Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Learn English with Podcast. I'm Chris, and with me today is Laura.
Hello, everyone. It's great to be here again. Today, we're talking about something that impacts all of us every single day: sleep. Specifically, we'll explore how sleep affects mental health.
This is such an important topic, Laura. Sleep is often overlooked, but it's a key part of maintaining a healthy mind and body. When we sleep well, we feel better, think more clearly, and manage stress more effectively.
That's so true, Chris. And the opposite is also true. Poor sleep can lead to a range of problems, from mood swings to more serious mental health issues like anxiety and depression. But before we get into the effects of poor sleep, let's start with why sleep is so important.
And don't forget, we've prepared a PDF for this episode, full of useful tips and vocabulary to help with your learning. You can find it on our Telegram channel. We left the link in the description. So, what actually happens to our brain when we sleep? Well, a lot. Sleep is when the brain does its most important work. It organizes memories, solves problems, and even clears out waste products that build up during the day.
Exactly, Chris. This clearing process is like taking out the trash. Without it, our brain can't function properly. That's one reason why we feel foggy and forgetful after a bad night's sleep.
And it's not just about thinking clearly. Sleep also plays a big role in emotional regulation. When we sleep, the brain processes our feelings and experiences, which helps us respond better to challenges the next day.
That's such an important point. For example, people who don't sleep enough are more likely to feel overwhelmed by small problems. Something that might not bother them on a good day can feel like a huge issue when they're tired.
Let's dive into how sleep and mental health are connected. Poor sleep doesn't just make us grumpy. It can actually lead to serious mental health issues. Studies show that people who don't get enough sleep are more likely to develop anxiety, depression, and even conditions like bipolar disorder.
That's true, and it works both ways. Mental health problems can make it harder to sleep. For example, someone with anxiety might find it difficult to relax at night, while someone with depression might sleep too much or too little.
Right, Laura. It's a cycle. Poor sleep can worsen mental health, and mental health issues can make sleep problems worse. Breaking that cycle is one of the best things we can do for our well-being.
Let's talk about stress for a moment. Stress is one of the most common reasons people struggle to sleep. When we're stressed, our body produces a hormone called cortisol. High levels of cortisol make it harder to relax and fall asleep.
And the problem doesn't stop there. If we don't sleep well, our cortisol levels stay high, which makes us feel even more stressed. Over time, this can lead to burnout, a state where we feel completely exhausted and unable to cope.
That's so true, Chris. And poor sleep doesn't just affect stress. It's also linked to serious conditions like post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD, and schizophrenia. Sleep problems are often one of the first signs that something is wrong.
Let's bring this back to everyday life. Poor sleep doesn't just affect people with serious mental health issues, it impacts all of us. For example, have you ever noticed that you're more likely to snap at someone or feel emotional after a bad night's sleep?
Definitely, Chris. And it's not just about emotions. Poor sleep can also make it harder to focus at work or school, solve problems, or even stay safe. For example, driving while sleep-deprived can be just as dangerous as driving under the influence of alcohol.
That's a great example, Laura. And what about physical health? Poor sleep is linked to problems like heart disease, diabetes, and even weight gain. These issues can add more stress to our lives, creating another cycle of poor health and poor sleep.
So, how much sleep do we actually need? Most adults need between 7 and 9 hours of sleep each night, but the exact amount can vary depending on factors like age, lifestyle, and health.
That's right, Laura. And it's not just about how long we sleep. It's also about the quality. If you're waking up a lot during the night or not getting enough deep sleep, you might still feel tired even after 8 hours in bed.
Let's talk about how to improve our sleep. One of the best things you can do is stick to a consistent sleep schedule. Going to bed and waking up at the same time every day helps regulate your body's internal clock.
Another great tip is to create a relaxing bedtime routine. This could include reading, meditating, or taking a warm bath. Avoid stimulating activities like working, exercising, or scrolling through your phone.
Speaking of phones, the blue light from screens can interfere with your body's production of melatonin, the hormone that helps you sleep. Try to stop using screens at least an hour before bed.
And don't forget about your sleep environment. Your bedroom should be dark, quiet, and cool. If noise is a problem, consider using earplugs or a white noise machine.
Good advice, Chris. Also, watch what you eat and drink. Avoid heavy meals, caffeine, and alcohol close to bedtime as they can disrupt your sleep.
And if you find it hard to fall asleep, try techniques like deep breathing or progressive muscle relaxation. These can help calm your mind and body.
Improving your sleep can have a huge impact on your mental health. People who sleep well are less likely to feel anxious or depressed. They're also better at handling stress and solving problems.
That's so true, Laura. And the benefits don't stop there. Good sleep can also boost your immune system, improve your relationships, and even make you more creative.
So, if you're struggling with your mental health, one of the best things you can do is focus on your sleep. Small changes can make a big difference.
Let's do a quick recap of some useful words we talked about today. Cortisol, a hormone released by the body in response to stress. Example, high levels of cortisol can make it harder to relax and fall asleep.
Insomnia, a sleep disorder where a person has difficulty falling or staying asleep. Example, people with insomnia often feel tired during the day despite spending hours in bed.
Melatonin, a hormone that regulates sleep and wake cycles, often called the sleep hormone. Example, the body produces melatonin in the evening to help us prepare for sleep.
Emotional regulation, the ability to manage and control emotional responses to different situations. Example, good sleep improves emotional regulation, helping us handle stress better.
Circadian rhythm, the body's natural 24-hour cycle that controls sleep, wakefulness, and other processes. Example, jet lag occurs when your circadian rhythm is disrupted by traveling across time zones.
Sleep hygiene, healthy habits and practices that promote better sleep quality. Example, turning off screens an hour before bed is a part of good sleep hygiene. So we decided to give you grammar tests to improve your grammar level. Let's go.
To wrap up, let's summarize what we've learned today. Sleep is essential for mental health. It helps us process emotions, manage stress, and protect against serious mental health issues.
And improving your sleep doesn't have to be hard. By creating good habits and making small changes to your routine, you can sleep better and feel better.
Thanks for joining us today, everyone. We hope you found this episode helpful. Remember, taking care of your sleep is one of the best ways to take care of yourself.
That's it for this episode of Learn English with Podcast. See you next time, and sweet dreams.